So hi all, this is Rahul here, and today we'll be talking about dictionaries in Python. So what are dictionaries and where we use in our day-to-day life in our Python programming? I'll be just talking about that, and also I'll be discussing on those terms, on those operations which we usually do with the help of dictionaries data type. Okay, so what is dictionaries? Dictionaries are the data type which involves like it is just indifferent and it's different from the list and tuples, since here there is no concept of indexing and it's a unordered data type. So here instead of accessing through index, we access through the keys. With the help of keys, we actually access the values stored against it. So it will be quickly accessible if we know the keys for which we will be accessing the value. Okay, so here as I am showing on the screen, it stores the values in the help of in the format of key value pair. So key value pair as in like these are the keys and those are the associated values uh, related to this key. So this is one pair for a dictionary. So here you can refer in other terms it as a hash table if we talk about data structures. So it's implemented on the same concept as a hash table. Okay, so here, yeah, as I already told, like instead of indexes, we'll be accessing the values using the keys in the dictionary. Okay, and hence that's why it is also called as a unordered collection or a data type. So where in which programming scenarios we should use a dictionary, where there is not a need of concept of indexing, those are the places where we can easily replace list or tuple with the dictionary. Okay, so here I'll be firstly talking about here one more thing, like one more important thing I'll be talking about is like data type allowed within the dictionaries are of any of the type. That means list, tuple, or even the dictionary is also allowed. I'll be discussing more with the help of example in the later part of this course. Okay, so creating dictionaries. How do we create them? So with the help of the curly braces, we create the dictionary. So this is the example of an empty dictionary. And here I have properly mentioned in the comments as well. So if we need to, suppose if I need to show you that what is the output of this, it will come similar to this. And here I have created our first dictionary, which has the values of the Indian states with the number of districts. It's just an imaginary number. These are not the real statistics or these are not the real districts of our Indian states. So I suppose that, okay, Andhra is our one state which has 12 districts, Karnataka the other, which it has 15 districts, and the third column, the third value is of key is UP, Uttar Pradesh, which has 13 districts. So guys, this is my assumption. It's just a simple imaginary example. Okay, so if I need to do a print statement, or if I do need to show you once again, see, so when I'm printing the DCT dictionary, it shows it us as a empty dictionary, and this is the printed dictionary one which has these values. Okay, so how do we access the dictionary item? We access the dictionary item using specifying the key inside the square bracket. Like it's just similar to the uh, accessing the items in the list or tuples. Just here, there we used as indexes. Here we will be using keys. So with the help of keys, if we are knowing the keys, it will quickly give us the value associated with that key. Okay, so with uh, the value of the key UPS, we got it as 13 stored in our dictionary 1. Okay, so how to modify the dictionary? To modify a dictionary, we'll be providing in square brackets the key associated with it and the newer value. So now I have modified the districts from 13 to 15, and I will quickly check that whether it got modified or not. And yes, you can see earlier it was UP 13, now it's 15. So this is the way through which we can modify and update the dictionary. Next, we'll be talking about looping inside a dictionary, how we can loop each uh, uh, each sub item inside a dictionary. So here I have used a for loop. In for loop, it's just a, uh, incremental number which it will be looped in inside this dictionary. Okay, so for x in dictionary 1, so firstly it will take the value of the first item, and it will show it as Andhra, then Karnataka, and then UP. So I have just commented out it as of now, and I will show, shift enter, and you can see Andhra, Karnataka, UP are keys which it will print. But suppose if I need to iterate the values inside it, that okay, these are the keys which it will be showing is in in our print statement when we are looping inside a dictionary. But suppose if I need to access the values and not the keys, so what should we can do here? First example I can show like this. You can just put in the square brackets and the dictionary's value like this, and it will give you the values. So now you can see it is giving us 12, 15 and 15, 12, 15 and 15. So this is one way I can access the values. The other is with the help of dot values method. Even through this also we can access and do the same thing, and we can access the values using this dot values method. See, again we got it as 12, 15 and 15. Okay, so this was looping inside a dictionary and accessing and iterating it. So this way we can iterate inside a dictionary, printing the keys, the values into different lines. Okay, so next I'll be talking about the how to check the length of the dictionary. I have already discussed in my previous lectures also. To calculate, we use the len function, and with the help of len, we can check. It will show us the number of key value pairs inside the dictionary. So we have 3 key value pairs, so it showed us as 3. Okay, so this is how to add a new key value pair inside a dictionary. So what you'll be doing, the dictionary name, the key which is a newer key, and the value associated with it, and you just need to do a, I'll be commenting this part so that you are not confused. Okay, so shift enter, and you can see, okay, dictionary 1. Okay, so actually this got clear. So what I'll be doing, I'll be just copying once again, and I'll be showing you the entire content once again. It got cleared since I executed the down statement also. Now you can see, suppose I'm just commenting as of now, and yes, first of all I'll be showing you, okay, this was my earlier dictionary. Okay, now I am adding this item, the newer item Haryana, and now I'll be printing once again. So now you can see the newer key value pair gets added, and we are printing it once again. So this will show the modified dictionary. Okay, so our next functionality I will be showing you is how to remove the key value pairs from a dictionary. So what you can do, if you need to remove the last value, or you can remove suppose Karnataka also. So do you need to particularly mention over here the key column, and you just need to do a shift enter, and it will pop out that key value pair. So now you can see the modified dictionary 1 variable is with us is this one, Karnataka has been removed. Okay, so here you can mention in comments that how and which function is used to completely remove the dictionary. Please mention in comments. Okay, so now if we need to clear all the items and to convert it into an empty dictionary, what method we'll be using? We'll be using a dot clear method, and with the help of dot clear method, the entire dictionary contents would be removed. Okay, so now our dictionary got cleared and we got an empty dictionary. Finally, I'll be showing you to copy the entire content of a dictionary to a newer dictionary So dot copy is the method which we use, and we can just write the dictionary name from which we are copying the data and assign it to the newer dictionary variable. Okay, 1 minute. Since we already cleared the dictionary items over here, that's why our new dictionary is also showing us as blank dictionary. Okay, what I will be doing is I'll be just commenting this part, and I'll be commenting these also, so that only our last statement should run. Okay, so now if you do a shift enter, I suppose yes. So now you got our original dictionary, which I am copying it as this. I am nowhere printing my original dictionary. So yes, so now you will get the output as this, the copied dictionary. Okay, so this was the method to copy the dictionary. Next is I will try to explain that dictionaries are flexible in nature. How? Why? Because it is not storing just the key values in the form of strings or integers or float data types. It can also store the values in the form of lists, tuples, and even a nested dictionary inside it. So that is the concept of nested dictionary. That means a dictionary inside a dictionary. So I am showing you with an example. What I am doing is I will be storing the copied dictionary which we just copied over here, the newer dictionary, and we'll be just mentioning it as like the other states combined. Okay, and I am assigning it to our newer dictionary, dictionary 2. So let's check. I'll be just commenting this. So, okay, now you can see our new dictionary is Kerala, that is the first item. And with the key other states, we are having our original dictionary, this. So this is the concept of nested dictionaries, which I tried to show you by example. So here in the place of that value, I have just written my previous copied dictionary, and this will work as a newer dictionary, but it will be a value for other states key. Okay, so finally I'll be coming on this part. Here what I have done is I have showed one more example where I am using for Jammu Kashmir states like integer data type, and for a other state, the UT, that is Pondicherry, I am providing a separate tuple where it has the number of districts and number of cities. Just for an example, I am showing you. So this is a tuple data type, stored it as a value against key Pondicherry. And the final key is Tamil Nadu, where also I am using a list data type, and here also the number of districts and number of cities I am showing. So even this will also work, and you can see this is stored Jammu Kashmir with the key is Jammu Kashmir, value 14, integer data type. Here round brackets, that is tuples, and here the list has been stored. So I hope you must be clear with the dictionaries part, and please do mention if you face some issues related to dictionaries and its operations. And if you like the content, please do subscribe my channel. Thank you.